Hey guys, and welcome to episode number 9 of the F1 Championship mode here on F1 2017. We're going to go into round 9, which is Austria, so let's get straight into it.
Joining us on this Saturday afternoon, where qualifying is about to start here in Austria. So sit back and enjoy the afternoon session. So then, Ant, it's another Grand Prix weekend, another exciting qualifying session ahead of us. What are you going to be looking out for over the next few minutes?
The first question is going to be who can avoid making mistakes. There isn't much margin for error in qualifying, and you have to bear in mind that the track conditions may have changed since practice, particularly as we've had a few support races in the meantime. If the brake bias settings, for example, don't take this into account, it's extremely easy to lock up a front wheel and cause a flat spot. Just like that, your lap's ruined, and you've wasted a set of tyres.
Let's just go straight out. Oh, wrong one. I think I need to put a setup on. Okay, then let's go straight out on track now then. Open the DRS. Our first flying lap. A bit too much curb. Taking P2. Let's go back to the garage and see how that's going to do.
Our best lap so far is a 1 minute 14.6.
See how far we drop down the order. Okay, we got through to Q2, so let's go on to Q2. Oh, it's intermediate conditions. Let's just go to track and see how it goes. Might have to go again in this session. Let's just do a cool down lap and then go for it again. P6. Still gonna go again, just spun the cut, and I'm out of qualifying. Fire from this. We've got some real work to do because we're starting from P14 on the grid. Let's go through to the race and see what we can do from there.
And a race driver. What differences are there in the way you approach those roles?
Interesting question, Crofty. They're two very different mindsets. I mean, when I tested for BAR, we had full in-season testing where, per driver, you'd cover up to 15,000 kilometres per season. And in that role, it was more about working for the team, trying to help them improve the car and drive as systematically as you could, so that that data could be analysed in the most consistent way. When you're lining up on the grid for a race, however, your frame of mind's all about what you can get out of the situation on that day, and the car's the tool to help you achieve what you want. You still want to focus on setup, of course, but it's more about the here and now, getting yourself as far up the field as possible, and less about development work for the future.
Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. Sebastian Vettel has a clear track ahead of him today. He starts in pole position, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Raikkonen, Verstappen, Daniel Ricciardo and Perez, Grosjean, Alonso, Hülkenberg and Carlos Sainz, Ocon, Stroll, Kevin Magnussen and Hamilton, Massa, Kvyat, Jolyon Palmer and Stoffel van Dorn, Wehrlein and Marcus Ericsson rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head
let's
down
just
to
get
the
straight started into the race. I'm not going to bother with any strategy. I'm just going to go what the team's giving me. Go for the formation lap now. We're going to line up on the grid now and wait for everybody else to form up behind us. Don't have too long to wait. Five red lights. Just It's lights out and away we go. Got a very poor start there. I'm going to put it up into rich revs.
Let's focus now on the rest of the race.
Much better exit than Magnussen. We've taken him into the third corner. We got and a bit of a knock with Alonso.
Damage to the front wing. Easy on the car until we get it repaired. We don't want to risk making this worse.
We're up into P10 now at the end of the first lap. We're moving Alonso down the main straight up into P9. We get Ocon into the first chicane and I've lost part of my front wing. I've gone in a bit too hot.
Okay, this is gently heavy. There's a fair amount of damage to the front wing. We suggest you come in as soon as possible, rather than risk it getting worse. We're considering switching to an alternate strategy. Do you want to change or stick to plan?
I'll have a look at it in a second, yeah. No, wrong button.
Understood.
I'm coming in this lap to change my front wing and get a new set of tyres. And then work my way from the back to the front again. They're coming in for a one and only pit stop on lap 2. With a soft tyre, ultra soft tyre. Why did I put an ultra softs on? I can't go to the end on these. I'm gonna have to go onto ultra softs then softs, I guess.
Okay, you may have to stop this now. Next stop left.
Time to make up some time on the pack.
DRS is now enabled. Will be available to use when you are within 1 second of the car ahead in the DRS zone.
Pumping in the purple sectors now.
So the gap to our teammate is 29.6 seconds.
overshot it into turn 1. Catching up to the pack again. Catch onto the back of Verline. Up the inside into turn 1. Give him a little bit of a squeeze and take 19th position. He's taken. Oh, he didn't. Catching up to the back of Ocon now. Brake checking me into the corner, really. Much better off that corner. Pick him up the inside into the final corner and we get DRS. I really didn't mean to do that.
Okay, gap ahead is 3.7 seconds.
Much better exit out of that corner. Now catching up to Ericsson. DRS on Ericsson.
Okay, distance to teammate
big spin. There was a smash. Out of 5-second penalty. Now I can't get back on the track. Now trying to chase people down again. And the car's just got no tyre grip now. Go to a new strategy. Taking Verline in his pits, when he's in the pits. Oops. Now I'm getting blue flagged. Overtaking Felipe Massa. Crap. Got over a marker board and into the wall. Absolutely screwed up this race as well. Just watch this on the replay. I'm flying around the corner. Going way too hot. I'll hit the rumple strip straight into the wall. So disappointing that. Anyway, let's see what this does to the chip. I really haven't been on form lately.
That's a fantastic performance from Ferrari. It hardly looked in doubt. Anthony, what do you think made the difference here?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
So,
I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
The prancing horse flags are dominant in the grandstands, and they're out in force again today. It's Ferrari on the top step once more. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. It's a good result for Sebastian Vettel, who moves
74
further ahead
points
at the top
behind
of the
in the
table. And
championship.
now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Probably Danny Kvyat.